Armed with science-backed insights, we're about to unveil the truth that will power your journey to a stronger, more muscular you. So, let's dive right in and unlock the secrets to optimal protein consumption for an effective muscle-building experience. But before we move on, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. The accretion of lean mass depends on meeting daily dietary protein needs. The RDA for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body mass. This recommendation is based on the premise that such an amount is sufficient for 98% of healthy adults to remain in a non-negative nitrogen balance. However, the RDA, although adequate for those who are largely sedentary, cannot be generalized to a resistance-trained population. Considering the totality of these factors, the protein needs of those seeking to maximize muscle size are substantially higher than those listed in the RDA guidelines. Lemon and colleagues found that novice bodybuilders in the early phase of intense training required approximately 1.6 to 1.7 grams per kilogram per day, approximately double the RDA. Similar findings have been reported by other researchers. This increased protein requirement is necessary to offset the oxidation of amino acids during exercise as well as to supply substrate for lean tissue accretion and the repair of exercise-induced muscle damage. The dose-response relationship between protein intake and hypertrophy appears to top out at approximately 2 grams per kilogram per day. Consuming substantially larger amounts of dietary protein does not result in further increases in lean tissue mass. There is even some evidence that protein requirements actually decrease in well-trained people. Moore and colleagues found that heavy resistance exercise reduced whole-body leucine turnover in previously untrained young men. An intake of approximately 1.4 grams per kilogram per day was adequate to maintain a positive nitrogen balance over 12 weeks of training. The findings suggest that regimented resistance training causes the body to become more efficient at using available amino acids for lean tissue synthesis, thereby mitigating the need for higher protein intakes. Phillips and Van Loon estimated that a protein intake of up to 2.7 grams per kilogram per day was needed during hypoenergetic periods to avoid lean tissue losses. Helms and colleagues made similar recommendations, suggesting an intake of up to 3.1 grams per kilogram per day of fat-free mass in lean, calorically restricted people. It has been theorized that the higher protein dosage in this population promotes phosphorylation of PBK, AKT and phosphoproteins, suppressing the proteolytic factors associated with caloric restriction and thus enhancing lean tissue preservation. Armed with the knowledge of the right protein intake, you're now equipped to elevate your muscle-building game. Remember, science is your ally in this pursuit of strength and growth. Stay dedicated, stay informed, and most importantly, keep striving for those gains. If you want to buy the best quality gym equipment, click on the link in the description.